Hello, so for this class we have a red ball. I've got a small pillow for the mat and then a bigger pillow over by my reformer. I've got a stick, the dowel, and that's just underneath the reformer, and then the black strap, right, that's going to go over the wooden platform. So I'm going to lie myself all the way down. You don't have to have a pillow under your head here, but it might be more comfortable for you to have that, and then we're going to grab onto that ball. From here, we're just going to rock the pelvis backwards, lift the pelvis up, and then bring the ball just underneath the sacrum. So you know the drill with this bit, but you want to have the pelvis to be in that center position. If the ball is too high or too low, you can't rock either way, and we want to be able to do that. So we're going to start by rocking the pelvis backwards. So you let the low back soften down towards the floor as you rock the pelvis backwards, and then you're going to push your pubic bone towards your toes and let that low back come into that gentle arch. So we're rocking back as you exhale. You can couple that with your breath, rocking back with the exhalation, low back drops down, and then inhaling, pushing your pubic bone towards your toes as your low back lifts away from the floor. Just keep on going with that gentle rocking motion, and remembering we're just trying to get that pelvis to really easily move and let that low back just have that gentle motion as well. So keep that breath flowing. Trying to use as much muscular effort as needed here, but again as little as possible, so we're not going to over-recruit anything with this. It should be really easy. Bring the pelvis into that centered position, and then holding the pelvis still, we'll lift one leg up and then the other leg up into tabletop. From here, we're just going to start to add a little bit more load by extending one leg away, lowering it down to your lowest point, and then bringing it back. So we only lower the leg as low as we can go without that low back lifting away. You feel that nice connection through the center. You feel that transverse of that corset type muscle drawing back, helping stabilize the pelvis and spine here. So breathing out as you reach and lower, breathing in as you come back. We'll do about 4 more, so 2 more on each leg. As we exhale, the leg lowers slowly down and then comes back. Inhale, bringing it back up. Remember that little bit of extra connection through the core as you lower the leg to stop any work creeping into that low back. Bring your legs into tabletop. Now you could stay with your single leg if you want, otherwise a little bit more load. We're going to exhale, extend the legs out, both of them out together, keep the knees squeezing together, and then bring them in with your inhalation. Now remember, 2 legs is much heavier than 1, so it's going to be way harder to keep the pelvis and spine still. So a little bit of rock on the ball, fine, but pelvis rocking forward and backwards, we want to minimize that, right? So breathing out as you extend away. Of course, you could be doing your single leg if the double leg feels too hard. Let's do the last 3. Breathing out. 2, drawing that belly down. How low can we go for the last 1? All right, bend the knees, come all the way back in. 1 foot down, the other foot down, and then pause here. We're going to rock the pelvis backwards again, lift the pelvis off, and then just move that ball out of the way. Just hold the pelvis lifted for a second, because this is my favorite part. We're going to slowly roll down the spine. So we get that nice long lengthened spine after that ball has been in place. And then we pause at the bottom. Okay, so keeping the pelvis in that centered position, we're going to bring our feet and knees so that they touch, so that they're close together. Flip the hands up to the ceiling and just let your hands come a little bit wider away from your body. So it's that low, wide V, right? And the hands. From here, you can pull your feet up onto the toes, and you can pause here, or if you like, you can lift the legs up into tabletop. So I'll start with the toes, and then I'll come back up to tabletop. So I want you to keep the knees squeezing together. The knees are not going to slide apart from one another. We're going to do our side to side. So as we go over to the left with the knees are going to come into that 45-degree angle, perhaps a little lower, but the right hip comes off and that right shoulder stays on the floor. Then we bring the legs back to the center, and then we go over to the right. The left hip comes off, the left shoulder stays down, the knees don't slide against one another. Bring the legs back to the center. So with my toes down, I'm letting the right toe lift as my right hip lifts, but my left toe is staying down. this is still a lot of work, but if you wanted that little bit of extra work, if you're like, oh yeah, okay, I've got my technique right, then we're going to go, okay, let's lift the legs up into tabletop. Okay, how does that feel? Now you don't have to go too low here. As you go over, you're going to take a breath in, and then as you exhale, the legs come back to the center. So we inhale to the side, and then we exhale, come back to the center. So we should start to feel that challenge through the sides of the tummy, even through the top side of the hip as that muscle works so that we don't drop the legs. If we want to make this a little bit harder for the last few, we're going to go over. As you exhale, either one or both legs, so the top leg or both legs extend. We bend the knees as we inhale, and then we pull those knees back through to the center as we exhale. Inhale, the knees go over. Exhale, either the top or both legs extend out. Bend them back, keep on that angle, and then bring them back to the center. So as we go from side to side, none of that technique changes, right? We just add the load slightly, or we keep, where we're feeling comfortable or challenged, but as we're happy, but it's hard. Okay, let's do one more to each side. We started on the right. Out with the legs come back in, and then you exhale, bring the body back to the center, over to the left. Extend the legs, bend the legs, and then come back, or whatever variation you're doing. Hug your knees in towards your chest, just let your low back soften down to the floor. Take a nice breath there. Give yourself a little kick or roll over onto your side and come up sitting. And then we're going to come all the way up and over to our reformer. So we can leave the ball and the pillow there. Coming over to the reformer, we're going to start with our footwork. So if you need to, you're going to push your stopper out slightly if you are taller. The foot bar is going to come all the way up, and you know me, I like to throw those straps off the shoulder rest so they don't jingle jangle. Okay, we're going to go for a nice firm spring. There is going to be no single leg. There's some calf raises, there's some pulses, but it's not going to be any single leg. So we could go for 2 reds and a blue, 2 reds, a blue and a white, 3 reds, 3 reds and a white, 3 reds and a blue. Or 3 reds and a blue and a white, whatever you, however much you want to work with those legs. Today I'm going to go for a medium. I'm going 3 reds because, I've got to get those legs strong for Canada. Okay, I'm going to lie ourselves down on our backs, find that centered position, toes are up, in a parallel hip distance apart position, you got your heel on. From here, we're going to slide the carriage out, extend the legs all the way, and then bend your knees. The pelvis and spine is centered and it is still, so we're not letting the low back soften down towards the carriage as we come in. Good. Sliding out and coming in. Good. All the way out. We've got about 6 more. And in. 5. Straightening those legs all the way and then resisting the spring slightly on the way back in. 3, 2, and the last one. We're going to bend the knees, come halfway in, holding that halfway position, and then we've got our small pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep it small, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go all the way out to straight, and then we're going to bend the knees and come all the way in. From here, let's bring the balls of the feet down onto the foot bar, heels together, toes together, knees together, so the legs are touching through that whole midline. Lift the heels up. Our toes are parallel as well, not into that little Pilates V, right? From here, extend the legs out and bend them again. So same thing, but heels stay lifted here, all the way out and all the way in. Resisting the spring slightly on the way back in and maintaining that pelvis in that centered position. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. We're going to bend the knees, come halfway in, and then we got those small pulses again. 10, 9, 8, 7. All these ones feel good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push the legs all the way out to straight and pause there. We're going to drop your left heel down under the foot bar. Go for a nice stretch through that left ankle, left calf, and then slowly peel that heel up and drop your right heel slowly down under the foot bar. Go for a nice stretch through there. Then we're just going to switch. So we come up and then we drop, and then we up and then we drop. So it's just that lift first and then lower. Lift and lower. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause at the top. Lower and lift for 10. Up and down. 10, 9, 8. Toes and legs are still touching. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last 1. Lift the heels, bend the knees, come all the way in. So heels stay together, legs stay together, but we're just going to move those toes apart. No, the legs don't stay together, the knees move apart. So you're in that little frog position or Pilates V, knees out. From here, keep the heels lifted, out and in here. All the way out and all the way in for 10. So think about that zipping up from the heels all the way through the legs, but also all the way up through the crown of the head. So we're getting taller every time we push out. Those legs fully extend, and we're slightly thinking of rotating our thigh bone out. So we're rotating out and around with the thigh. For some reason, I always feel like I have to whistle with this one. I don't know. That's 3, 2, and the last 1. Bend the knees halfway in. This is my favorite pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way out to straight, and then bend the knees, come all the way in. Yay. Feet are wide. Balls of the feet still on the foot bar, but now we just open those feet up so they're nice and wide, still a little externally rotated. From here all the way out and in. 9, 8, 7, 6, all the way to straight and all the way in. Nice breath into the pelvis as you come in every so often. We are moving a little quicker, so I don't want you to breathe out as you push out and then breathe in as you come in. Otherwise we'd be a lot hyperventilating right now. A lot hyperventilating. Oh well. Last 2. Last 1. Bend your knees halfway in and then tiny pulses. 8. No, 7. No, 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, and 1. All the way out to straight. Okay, from here, bend the knees, come halfway in, hold the carriage still. Drop your left heel down under the foot bar, lift the left heel up, drop your right heel down under the foot bar, lift your right heel up. So we're alternating the feet. One drops, and then the other drops. Carriage stays still, and then the other drops. Good, we've got 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, oh, this is feeling good. 1, hold it up. 10, lower and lift. 9, both of them up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, oh, this is fun. 3, 2, and the last 1. All the way out to straight. And then bend the knees and come all the way in. Okay, feet onto the foot bar there. Just let the hands come to the shoulder rest and then just let your knees fall all the way over to one side. The legs can be wide, or the feet and knees can be wide as you do this, all close together, or one of each. Whatever is best for your body. Remember, you like more rotation through the thigh bone. Your legs are wide. If you want more rotation through the spine, the legs are together. But you guys should know that by now. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up to sitting, and then we're gonna grab onto our pillow. Oh, what's happening with that here? I don't know. We're gonna put the pillow on the headrest, and my headrest is lifted right up here. Okay, we're gonna go down to either a blue and a white or a red and a white spring. We're gonna do our side lying with the foot in the strap. Yeah, so we're gonna start with our left side lying down. So we've got the bum right nice and close towards the edge of the carriage. We're gonna lie ourselves all the way down so that our ear is resting. We've got heaps of space in between our shoulders. And like, you know, the shoulders are down underneath the shoulder rest so that we've got that nice long space through the shoulders and the spine. Head's just resting on the pillow, push the legs away. What did I go for? Okay. So the spring is a blue and a white, a red, or a red and a white. And then that foot comes into that strap, so top foot into the strap. From here, hips are stacked and that knee is straight out from the hip. The heel is slightly on the outside of the frame here. That underside waistline is lifted. Now here, I want you to hold this top foot still, take the load through there, and then lift the bottom foot off, but we're gonna extend that bottom leg out. So it's extending out, and as we extend it out, we're like, oh, now I have to use my core to hold here. I can bring this top hand so that the fingertips are just on the carriage in front of my torso, but I'm really working my tummy just to hold in this position. It's a great time. The arm can come right up to the ceiling if you want a little bit more for your balance, but if you need this hand down, hold it here. We're going to start to lift this bottom leg now. So hopefully you guys can see that, but it's just this tiny little lift through the bottom leg. Remember, the hand can be here, tiny little lift. So you should feel like you're almost being pulled forward. This heel, this top leg, it has to be on the outside of the frame. If you want to make it a little easier, it comes onto the inside of the frame. Too easy. We're going to lift and lower the leg for 5. Bottom leg 4. Top leg stays still 3. Last 2. And then the last 1. Bend that bottom leg, bring it in. Keep the hips stacked. Bring the arm down and then push your leg out. As the leg goes up, we're going to bring it back into the frame slightly, connect through the tummy, bring the leg forward and then bend your knee. So now we're working through this top leg even more, even after that hold. Bend and extend. So as you extend the leg, I want you to think the leg pulls back. Remember, we want to open through this front of the hip slightly. So you may need to shimmy your bum just slightly forward, so in that diagonal on the carriage. As you extend out, this will give you that opportunity to open through the front of the hip, a little bit more tension, the core, pull this leg back. Good, let's go 6 more like this. Breathing out, pulling back. Tension in the core, breathing in, reaching through that top sit bone. 5. Breathing out, 4. Last 3. 2. And then the last 1. Good. From there, we're going to bend the knee. We're going to take a nice little breather there and just relax. Give the bum a little rub. I've just forgotten what we're doing. Oh, circles. Yeah. Sweet. We've only got circles and then we're going to the other side. So keep that hips stacked. We're going to take that foot off and then find that bent position leg again. We're going to push the leg out to straight. And then from here, we're going to come forward. The leg stays at hip height. We come up and around and then back in the frame. Slowly forward, flexing through the front of the hip. Don't let that tail be pulled forward. Now, if you shimmied your bum forward, it's going to be quite a lot of load as the leg comes forward, so you don't slide off the frame. You've got to use that core a little bit more. So reach down through that top sit bone as the leg comes forward, up and around. Let's go for the last 5. Up and around. 4. Up and around. 3. Little softness in the knee as you pull back and around. Let the toes turn up to the ceiling as you pull up and around. And the last 1. Let's go straight away to the other side. You need a breather, take it. Otherwise, up and around, leg comes back, and then pull back in. up and around, the legs forward, and then we pull back into the frame. Every time you pull back into the frame, thinking about that core connection. So we're not going to arch the back. We're strong and stable through that top hip. You can even place your hand on the top hip here. If you feel it rolling back as that leg comes up and around, we want to minimize that. And the last two. Keep that top leg a little soft as you pull back. I'm trying to do all the cheats here. Last one. All right. Take that foot out of the strap, but keep a hold of the strap in your hands. And then roll over onto your back. Okay. Head can stay on the pillow here, but you're going to bring your hands straight up towards the ceiling, and I'm holding the long loop in either hand. So it's like this over grip on the outside of that long loop. Pull the hands apart. So you're going to create this really wide space between both hands. Then the hands come right up in front of the chest. The shoulders are down away from the shoulder rest. I lift one leg up into tabletop and then the other. And then from here the arms stay still, and I'm just going to switch my legs from extension to bend, right? And I'm going 10, 9, keep that tummy nice and connected, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause there, bring the legs into tabletop, hold the arms strong, and then if you want, one leg and then the other leg, or both legs out, push your hands just a little bit closer towards the legs. They can go up instead of low, right? Bend the knees, come back. Pull out on that strap, not only pushing down, we're pulling out. Try and split that strap apart. Out. And then back. Go up with the legs if you want. The arms can still go towards the thighs. Pulling out, pulling down. We've got 5. Breathing out, 4, 3, last 2, and the last 1. Bring those legs all the way in. Feet down onto the foot bar, throw that strap down to the floor, and then we'll just roll over onto the back. And then onto the other side, not onto the back. We were there. Okay, both feet on the foot bar. From here, we're going to stack the hips, make sure those shoulders are lower than the shoulder rest, and then the left foot comes into the strap. The rope's on the inside of the knee. So we find that nice stacked position. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, underside waistline is lifted. And then from there, we take the load through that top leg. We just remove the bottom leg, and then we start to extend him out. That top hand can be just stopping you from rolling forward, or the extra challenge where he's staying up. Keep that top knee right out from the top, right out from the hip, so it's not too close to the chest, and then we'll start to lift and lower that right leg. So the under leg is lifting and lowering. If you've got that balance, bring that left hand up to the ceiling. Up and down. We got 8, 7. Keep that left heel on the outside of the frame. 6, 5. The further that heel's outside of the frame, the more that you're going to feel like you're going to topple forward. 3. Your core should be strong. 2 and 1. Let's take that under leg, bring it forward slightly, and then just peel it off. So not bent through that under leg anymore. Hand can come down or to the hip, and then we're going to bend and extend that top leg. Keep those hips nice and stacked. Now remember, you can shimmy the pelvis forward slightly on the carriage here, and that will enable you to get that little bit more opening through the front of the left hip as you push that left leg back to straight. You're going to tension the core a little bit, and you should feel that glute at the back working a little bit more with that one. Really push through that heel as you straighten the leg. So it goes to straight, pulls back, and then slowly comes forward. I'm going to keep those hips nice and stacked. Let's go 5, 4, 3. Keep that knee and foot up at hip height. 2. And the last one. Good. Come in, take a little breather, give that bum a little bit of a rub if you need to. Okay, and then we're going straight into our circles here. So when you're ready, leg comes up, knees out from the hip, Stack the hips, push the leg out. Keep the leg straight, keep the leg long. Slowly bring the leg forward. Bring the leg up and around and then pull it back in. Good, slowly forward. So the toes turn a little bit towards the ceiling as well, so we get that external rotation. Slowly forward, up and around. 7 more here. Up and around. 5, 4, keep that center nice and connected. So remember, as you bring the leg back into the frame, you can get that little bit of connection through the tummy so that the spine doesn't extend. And 1, oh, thank God we went both ways straight after one another. We didn't have a breather, right? Circle around, coming back. 10, circle up and around. Pull that leg back, little softness in the knee. Good, we got 7 more. Big circles, as big as you can. They might be getting a bit smaller. 4, 3, 2, don't let that underside waistline drop. For the last one, keep those hips stacked. All right, let's take that foot out. Yay, okay, from there, switch over onto lying on your back again. Shimmy your shoulders just a little bit away from those shoulder rests. Both hands reach up into that strap, so that single strap, and we pull that strap apart, right? So we're pulling out on the strap. The little finger is pointing towards the toes, right, over here. And then one leg up and then the other leg up. Hold strong and stable. Start switching those legs. Breathing out. Well, actually, we're just going to keep the breath flowing. The movement is a little bit quicker. A little bit quicker breath. A little bit quicker movement. Breath can just still stay natural rhythm. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs come in. Okay, from here, little pushes. Legs go out. Push and out. Keep that pull out on the strap, not only that pull down, right? Arms stay straight as we pull down. Legs go out. Lower them down as low as you can go without letting that low back arch away. We got 5. Pull out on that strap. 4, and down. 3, 2, and the last 1. Feet down, throw that strap down. Well done there. From here, just remove the pillow, pop him to the side. And then from there, we're gonna just let ourselves wiggle back a little bit to the shoulder rests if you're away from them. Okay, hands down beside the hips. I'm gonna get you to have your, actually we're gonna have the forefoot on the foot bar, right? So feet in parallel, hip distance apart, but with the forefoot on the foot bar. So from here, we're going to push the carriage just a little bit away. So you've got a small bit of spring tension. And then from here, we're going to rock the pelvis backwards and we're going to come up into our bridge. So feeling both glutes connected. We're going to slowly extend the legs out. Let the pelvis lower down just a little way. So it's just hovering just off the carriage. You feel like you're in a nice long line. Point your toes over the foot bar. Tip the pelvis back, draw your pubic bone to your sternum and hold and push the glutes up. Make sure that the rib cage stays low. You're feeling long through the low back and you're using your glutes to just hold here. Holding here for 10, 9, push the glutes up, point the toes, 8, 7, 6, strong through the center, so there's that core on, the glutes on again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the pelvis up, bend the knees, come all the way in. And then slide the carriage out, almost getting cramped, all the way out, holding there again. Push the pelvis up, strong through the center, tipping the pelvis back, holding there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the pelvis up, keep those toes pointed if you can. All the way in and then all the way out. You don't want getting shakes yet? Just me. Extend the legs. Last round, I promise. Holding strong here, lifting the pelvis up. Holding here, 10, 9, 8. Rock that pelvis back, 7. We're in a long, low, straight line through the heels, the knees, the hips, and the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the pelvis up, pull that carriage all the way in, keep the toes pointed, and then roll down the spine. Okay. Good work. From here, we're going to throw those legs off the side. We're going to come up to sitting. Now, let's lower our foot bar all the way down here. And then we're going to go for either, actually we're going to do something for back rowing. So it could be where we pull the straps facing towards. We're going to sit up on the box here. We're going to go for maybe a blue and a white, red and a white, or even a red and a blue. Now, we're going to do our tricep pull here. And then, let's check how good my hair looks there. Perfect. So we're going to grab the box. We're going to do our tricep pull, but we're also going to do the one with the hands and the straps for our retraction through our scapula. We're going to do a little bit of circle type thing there, a hold. Okay, so you've either got the blue and the white, the red and the white, or you could go for the red and the blue. So shimmy your bum back, reach for those ropes. Hold both hands in the small loops. Sitting nice and tall here, we're just going to pull those arms straight back. They come to the hips and then slowly come forward, just feeling that spring tension. You want to keep that center connected so we're still sitting nice and tall, or we are sitting nice and tall. That gaze is just forward, pulling the arms back and forward. Breathing out as you pull back. Breathing in as you slowly come forward. About 5 more, like this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your arms all the way forward. From here, we're going to slide those upper arms through the strap, so the lower arms through the strap, so the strap, just comes just above the elbow joint. Sitting up nice and tall here. Elbows are low. We're going to pull those elbows back and then slowly come forward. Breathing out as you pull the arms back, feeling that little retraction through the lower tips of the shoulder blades. Got 6 more here. 5. So as you pull back, try not to jut the rib cage forward. And keep that support through the center. 3, 2, there's a little bit of movement, and 1. Pause here. Pull the elbows down towards the ribs, and then see if we can come all the way up. You can straighten the arms up, pull them down. Hold that carriage back. Regret that you put all that spring on, pulling down. Let those arms come forward whenever you need to. Last one here. Then we'll all have a little break. Coming down. Oh, they got pretty quick there. Oh, okay, I might shimmy a little bit further forward for the second round. So that will decrease the spring slightly. For me, I'm going to pull those arms back, drop the elbows down, and then up. That's better. Down, well it is at the moment, and up. Last 3. I think I can do it. And up. 2. Carriage stays pretty still. As we go up, it might move a little. 1. Oh, yes, I'm happy that that one's over. Okay, arms forward. Take those straps out, and then turn your legs around, just pivoting on your box. Now, we're going to do our straightforward serving platter or offering, and then we're going to go into a wide open hug the tree. So you may decide that you want to decrease or increase the spring here, but a blue and a white, red and a white, you see. You can whip it off quite quickly if you feel like you need to. Okay, am I going to go for that? Need to make it look like I can actually do it, right? So I might just decrease. It's a lot when you're talking and moving and, thinking. Okay, so we're going to sit nice and tall. The chest is up and the palms are up to the ceiling. Elbows are stopped just beside your ribs, and then the knees are off the front. From here, we're going to push the arms straight forward And then we're going to slowly bend the elbows, stopping the elbows just as they come to the ribs. So we're going 10 like that. Breathing out, push forward. Got 7. 6. Stop the elbows as they get to the ribs to give you that little bit extra load. 5. 4. Palms up. 3. Like you got 2 hot cups of tea on your hand. And 1, or coffee, or hot chocolate, or cacao. Okay. The jokes that you make to yourself when nobody else is here, it's pretty awesome. Okay, toes to the gear by giving yourself that little breather or thinking about how really you love a cacao. Okay. Sitting tall, elbows in, tucked up, palms up. Push those arms forward. We're going for our wide open arm. Palms are facing forward, pause there, and then circle those arms around, pulling them back. A little softness in the elbows as you bring your arms back. Keep that softness round the arms, like you're wrapping your arms around a big tree. We got 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Regretting saying 10, 2. Of course, have a breather whenever you want. 1. Yes, that was a good spring. All right, throw those straps down either side and then you can bring the carriage into park. Okay, so from here, we're gonna lift our box and we're gonna pop it over top of the shoulder rests. So remember, it's over top of the shoulder rest, but we wanna be safe, so we've got that headrest and just the top of the carriage poking through. We're going to grab onto our stick here and pop that just on the box for preparation. And then we're going to bring that strap through so that we've got this strap. Now, this strap is, for this one, we're not going to do the sideways one. We're doing seated on the box for our hinge back, short box. So you do have to have a little bit more, take a little bit more time to get that strap right. We can just have, whatever spring you want, just something to hold the carriage a little bit still, right? So we don't want it to be feeling like we're gonna slide in and out. There's no trick here. I'm not gonna make you push out all of a sudden. No. So we wanna have those straps over the feet and your bum wants to be in the center of the box. My knees are slightly bent here and my ankles are pushing up against the shoulder rest. Now, this strap doesn't feel quite long enough for me, and I think it's stuck under one of those little things, so I'm going to pull that forward. Oh, it's stuck under 2 things. So I'm going to pull that up. Good. And then just take my time to get that right. So it's just a little bit tight across the front of my feet, but I'm going to keep my feet flexed the whole time so I stay nice and stable there. And then sitting up nice and tall, bum in the center of the box. So if you need to, you can push your stopper out if you are taller. Adjust that strap, take your time, pause the video, whatever. So you want to feel safe here. This is a little good test. If you lean back, you have your hands here. Yeah, okay, nothing's going to move. All right, so we're going to pick up the stick and then we're just going to bring the stick behind the back. So one hand can be lower down by the low back. The other hand, wherever it's comfortable, is just holding the stick towards the head. We nod the chin towards the chest just a little bit. Feel like you're glad wrapped to the stick. And then we're going to slowly hinge back. Now, as I hinge back, I nod my chin towards my chest a little bit. I'm wrapped to the stick, and then I slowly come forward. So I'm just hinging back just behind those sit bones. I drop my chin down towards my chest so I'm not so much in the front of the neck, and then come back. So it's that little nod of the chin to the chest, and then coming back up. Now, the stick is a great little tactile feedback there, but if you want the arms coming out the front, we're going to do the same thing. So we hinge back, breathing out, and then we come straight back up. We really want to roll there. Hinge back, breathing out. Imagine that stick's behind your back. Come back up. As you hinge back, if you want, arms come up and overhead. And then bring the stick down to shoulder height as you come back up. Let's go. 5. Hinge back, keep those knees a little bent, coming back up. I don't know if you can see me shaking. 4, hinging back, bring the belly down. So that transverse abdominal was really challenged here. 4. I feel like we're getting a bonus one right now. 3. Good, we'll all do it. 2. Of course, have a breather whenever you want. And 1. Bring those arms all the way down. Good, okay. So I like to wiggle back a little bit because I feel like I'm not quite in my spot. So every time I just do a little wiggle with my butt. Arms come up in front of the chest. And then from here, we're going to just rotate our spine towards the left. So nice little rotation there. Yay, that's easy. Come back through the center. Rotate around so the shoulders with the stick come around. So think about that straight line to the center of the stick from your sternum, and that point stays in the center of the stick. Sternum stays in the center of the stick, but stick between the hands as we rotate. Now, we're going to go for our lean now. So with the lean, I'm actually going to rotate this way so you guys can see that the bum cheek comes off. Think about that exercise that we did right at the beginning with the side to side, right down on the mat. Remember the legs in tabletop, one side, legs extend out, blah, blah, blah. So similar to that, I'm going to rotate to the right. You might as well come with me, otherwise have a little peek on the video. Rotate the torso to the right. Now from here, you are going to let the left sit bone come off. My left heel comes just off the edge of the carriage there. I'm going to bring my torso across. I keep strong and straight through my torso. From here, the arms can come up. Oh, this is really hard doing it slow. Bring the hands back down, plant that butt cheek back down, and then rotate back through the center. And then every time I do a little wiggle back because I feel like I've shifted. So rotate to the left. Good. From here, we lift the right butt cheek off and we lean across. So we're nice and strong and straight through the whole torso. Ooh, lower that butt cheek down. Bring the arms down, rotate back, shimmy, shimmy. So across. Lift the left butt cheek. Reach out to that right side. Come back down, back through the center, shimmy, shimmy. To the left. Reach the arm up so it's like you're being pulled in that diagonal angle with the arms. That right butt cheek comes off. We lower down, rotate back, shimmy, shimmy. Good. So if you want to add here, rotate, lift the butt cheek off, hold here. Now you hold in this position. It's called cast a spell. We're casting spell, snow, go to Canada. Hands come back, stick the butt cheek down, arms come down, wriggle, wriggle. So rotate, lift that right butt cheek off, out into that hold. And then from there, reach, more snow in Canada, please. Bring that hand down, lower that butt cheek, hands down, wriggle, wriggle. Good. So if that casting a spell is too much, you just come across into that lean. We lower the hands down and wriggle, wriggle. Otherwise, send me some love. Lift that butt cheek off, out, cast a spell. 30 centimeter dump, down, back to the center, wriggle, wriggle. Good. Let's do one more to each side. Out, another 30 centimeter dump. Back, ooh, butt cheek down, wriggle, wriggle. Last one, to the left. Right butt cheek comes off, reach those arms long, torso long, cast that spell, back, lower down, wriggle, wriggle. Good. Let's put that stick down there, take the feet out of that strap. Well done, that was not an easy clasp, Brie. Okay. So from here, we're going to turn the box into the long box position, and then we're just going to decrease our spring down to our blue. We've got a nice little roll out here to finish. So standing nice and tall, we're going to drop the chin down towards the chest. You're going to flex the spine and come all the way forward. Hands come to either corner of the box. From here, we're going to slowly unravel the spine from that rounded spine to that flat back. Hold in that flat back position. Take a breath there. We're going to lift up into our extended spine here. So lifting the sternum up, sliding shoulders down the back, lifting the tailbones up. Soften the knees as much as you need to here. Then we push the box away, unraveling the spine, coming back down into that flat back, and then we lift the tummy round the spine and come into that cat or a rounded standing elephant, right? So rolling out into the flat back, lift the sternum up, come into that big extension, soften the knees, lower the body down, lift the tummy around the spine, back into your flexion. Sliding out and away, lifting the sternum up, lowering the chest down, and then rounding the spine, coming all the way back in. Good. From there, we park the carriage. We roll ourselves all the way up into that standing position. And then from there, we're just going to come into a little standing tick-tock or lateral flexion. So I'm going to come here, but you could stay there. We're going to go over, bring the right hand up. So hang on, this is the left. Left hand up, left foot down. We're going to go all the way over. So just keep on going. Come back through the center. This is what happens when you spend too much time in the studio filming videos. You just start talking to yourself. When does that even stop? I know you're all thinking it. Up and over, so just that side stretch and then back. Lifting up through the underside, over to that side. And then back. One more to each side. And then the last one. Good, we'll bring the body all the way back up. Okay, so if you guys just remember to put all your props away. We're going to remove the box first, obviously, but wipe down all the equipment, put the straps back onto the shoulder rests, take the spring tension off, just basically leave the studio how you found it. So all props away, foot bars up, springs off, push that carriage out so everyone knows that there is no spring on. And yeah, if you're the last to leave, lights, aircon, lock the door. Cool, see you later.